The Truth Girls.
Hi everyone, it's Truth the Girl Sonia here. Well, today I'd like to tell you something that I know for a fact. I know this 100%, and that is that Alex Jones is not Bill Hicks. 100% I know this, and I'll tell you why. When I was in school, I was in this school called the DeSisto School. I was there from 87 to 1990. Well, one day, I think it was around 1989, the director said he had hired this comedian to come and entertain the children, and we should all go in the dining room. And that comedian was Bill Hicks. He actually made such an impression on me that I remembered some parts of his jokes verbatim, like for the rest of my life. He was saying that he was on acid in the car with his friends, and it was a talking car, and it was going, "The door is ajar." And he was like, "Ah, dude, the door is ajar." And they were, "Ah." And then they see some cops in the rearview mirror, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's cops, and they're really small." And his friend goes, "Let's put him in the jar." Like, I remembered that forever because he was so funny. Yes, it was actually Bill Hicks. And so the thing is, Bill Hicks was tall. I was there, I saw him, and he was a tall guy. And if you look up his height, it says 6'1", and he was a tall guy. And Alex Jones, as we all know, was a short guy. Supposedly he's 5'6". And you cannot take a tall person and turn them into a short person. I mean, there's millions of reasons why Bill Hicks and Alex Jones are not the same person. They don't have the same face. They were born at different times. Like, Bill Hicks was like more than 10 years older than Alex Jones. And he was already getting oldish, like, well, he was in his 30s, like in the early 90s. Alex Jones was still in his 20s at the time. I mean, they were alive at the same time, and you could see that one was a lot older than the other. But moreover, one of them was a lot taller than the other. But see, here's the thing. This stuff about double roles is complete bullshit. There never were people playing double roles. There never have been. It was a thing that was made up by a guy who has a website. Well Aware One. You can go on his website, and his whole thing, and he was Dallas Goldbug on YouTube. And his whole thing was to compare photos and say, this person is really that person. And then it expanded that YouTubers are really other people in the real world. One celebrity is really the other one, another celebrity too. And then they're also doubling as YouTubers, and they're doubling as politicians and activists and all this kind of stuff. It was made up by this guy. He started it years and years ago. He has video of himself like looking out at a gun rally, and he's like, "Oh look, it's Jim Carrey," and it's so, and it's not. So this guy was just cranking out these pictures and these videos saying this person is really that person. That's it. This is where it started. That's the origin. This is an urban legend. And it expanded to Bill Hicks's Alex Jones. But it all comes from the same thing. It all started with this guy, Ed Chiarini, and his website and his YouTube channel. And there never was any truth to it. And that was one of the things that really derailed the truth movement. We started out as an anti-war movement, in case you don't remember. And it was also about, you know, the elites and the inequalities in society, and like the ruling elites and what they do, and how they keep us down and this kind of thing. And it was very anti-war, and it started like with 9/11, all this stuff, and it really changed. And one of the big things that was going on for many years was this business about doubles. And it was just totally based only on this. There never was any truth to it, and it really derailed what was originally an activist movement. This played a really big part. And so instead of really looking at where we should be looking, like looking at what the elites were doing and looking at the war and all this stuff, people started looking at each other and looking at celebrities. I mean, this is what we used to say sheeple are doing. They're looking at celebrities. Oh, look what they did. Look what they... And then this had us looking at celebrities and discussing complete nonsense. I think personally that it was a big psyop. I don't think it just happened by accident. And I mean, the guy who said this, he also said that I was Sarah Palin and Tina Fey. And a lot of people have met me. They know that I'm neither one of those people. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious. But that really tipped me off. Yeah, let me tell you, when they come and say you're really someone else, then you're going to be like, hey, wait a minute. And then you go and look and you're like, actually, what is this? Like, all of it's just total bullshit. It all was. There was never any truth in it, and I wonder if it was like done intentionally. It was one of those things to completely upend the truth movement. And I'm not saying that Ed Chiarini was working for COINTELPRO. I actually kind of doubt they would even hire him. But I think that COINTEL took what he started and expanded on it and used it to screw up the truth movement. And you know, I bet you anything YouTube's gonna demonetize this video. So you know, if you like what I do on here, I'd appreciate it if you support me on Patreon. You can just donate like $1 a month or whatever you want to donate. This will keep me going and make me want to make videos about more stuff about the truth movement. I could tell you quite a few things that I know about what happened. Anyway, this is one of them. And Bill Hicks is definitely not Alex Jones, and this is like a complete diversion. Oh, look over there. You know, look at the celebrity. Look at that. When meanwhile, like all this other stuff is going on, but you're not paying attention to it now because, oh, look, Alex Jones and Bill Hicks. And they got you right where they want you. So that's it. I just want to tell you that. And yes, I really did see Bill Hicks live. And let me tell you, the director was really upset because he was making all these drug jokes. And I remember after, it was like a big scandal that they hired this comedian and like made all these drug jokes. And we were happy though. It was good. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for your support on Patreon. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time.